We're here with Coach Alan Knipe following the 4-set win over UC Irvine. Coach, can you give us your initial impressions of the match tonight?
Yeah, tonight's match was very typical of an MPSF match. Maybe not as typical as some of the matches we've played in the last couple of weeks, but Irvine played well. They played hard, and we weren't as clean offensively maybe as we've been, and it was a little bit of a struggle. So I thought tonight was really, really good for our team because we needed our block and defense and our serving and just our overall effort as a team to get us going offensively, because it was, like I said, it was a little bit of a struggle for us early on. I'm really proud of the way the guys came out. I'm really proud of the way the guys in the second set got themselves back into that and executed themselves into a nice win in the second set. And then obviously we lose a close one in the third, and I thought the guys did a great job coming out on the block and defense side of setting the tone early on, getting a nice lead early with all effort and serving and blocking. And then once that happened, reduced a little bit of the stress off our offense. Our offense had the best set of the match for us was the fourth set. So
That's something you guys can pride yourself on, of just being a really well-rounded team, to where, not every night you're going to have your best A game in every facet of the game. On a night like tonight where you don't have your best offense. Yeah. Can you talk to your team about that and just be like, boys, we know what we're about. We know what we're about as Long Beach, as just a well-rounded team. Yep. Is that something you guys can really focus and stress?
Oh, there's no doubt. We talk all the time about the ability to apply stress on our opponents in every aspect of the game. And we also talk about how block and defense can really be a source of support sometimes to your side-out offense, just the same as your side-out offense when you're struggling to serve or you're struggling to score points, can just keep spinning the dial and take some pressure off your block and defense. And a lot of times it's, you need a little bit more than one than the other. For a long stretch here, it's been, our offense has been so good that our block and defense has purely been complementing our offense. But tonight, I really think our block and defense was the reason why we were able to hang around, win some sets even when we weren't great offensively, and then really get it going for our offense by just getting it out.
Talked to Josh Tunig a little while earlier, and you guys returned most of your team from last year. I know you had a big loss with Taylor Gregory graduating, who was a big leader for the team, emotionally, verbally. Who stepped into that role this year? Has it been a team effort? Has there been one player who has stepped up and taken over that leadership role for your team?
Yeah, I think that there's no doubt it's been a collective effort by the entire group. I think everybody's been better than that. I think TJ's done a great job taking over as me and our captain, and just continues to mature and he's doing a great job. But so I think everybody's done it. I think Amir has done a wonderful job with his leadership, and obviously he's doing it with his play as well. He's doing such a good job with the net blocking and side now for us. But there's so many unsung guys like Bjarne Hoos and Andrew Witt and Andrew Sato and Bryce Ewell, guys that maybe you don't hear of as much, that have been in the program for a while, that they might not be the loudest guy in the court, but they're definitely holding guys accountable in our practice about the way we want to play the game.
Mentioning those guys, it's very apparent with the firepower you have from Ensing and DeFalco that those are the guys that are going to get a lot of press with a lot of their play. What's it take to have your team be successful, to have the other guys whose names we might not know, to buy into the concept of team, to really build you guys towards your end goal?
Well, I think it starts early in a season, and when I say early in the season, I'm talking about early in the fall, about how you're going to set up your team dynamic and the things that are what you're going to stress and what's important, and the way you interact with each other and the way you hold each other accountable, and the work ethic that goes in, and the ability for maybe the guys that do get a lot of sets, like a Kyle or a TJ, to understand the importance of teammates and what they're doing. And also to really want to celebrate for them when they're doing great things, and you start to see more and more balance. And I think TJ and Kyle are both smart enough to realize that a slight reduction in their kills per set this year is a good thing for our team. And you're seeing their kills per set might be going down, but their hitting percentages are going up, and that's just showing balance. So I think they're maturing as volleyball players, of understanding that their teammates sharing in the wealth is, one, making us a much better team, and secondly, making them individually better volleyball players.
I'm sure you always want to take it year by year, but there's got to be a little bit of a sting from getting so close last year. And what can the team or you as a coaching staff use from last year's experience to motivate your group as we're getting here towards the end of the season and working our way towards the tournament?
Yeah, I think what happens is that every year is totally different. So as much as there's lessons to be learned from last year, there's just a totally different feel to the season. So you try not to be dragging out good, bad, or all the time from the past, but the lessons learned is something that you got to be able to state clearly at the beginning stages of your season of, hey, these were good things, and these were things we didn't like about, maybe our postseason run or our performance at the Final Four. And the good thing is that if you can honestly talk about those things instead of being the elephant in the room, then you can address why it's so important that you work on them all season long, so that when they get the second, third chances at those big moments, big matches, that they're not trying to do something above and beyond what they can do. They're trying to do something that they've been doing all season long. So what we did was we tried to address the areas that we thought we weren't very good at, and tried to make sure we were black and white with exactly how we wanted to attack those all season long, not just late in the season.
As we're approaching the end of the season, it's kind of becoming a little bit clear what home court's going to start looking like here pretty soon. Can you talk to us? Two questions. One, can you talk to us about the importance of hosting the MPSF tournament here, as your arena is definitely different than most?
Mm-hmm.
And then secondly, can you talk to us about how important it was for you to play in Columbus already and be familiar with the place where the Final Four is going to be held, where you're hoping to get to at the end of the season to finish off, holding the trophy?
Sure. I think that there's so many reasons why it's great to play at home. The obvious reason, everything's comfortable. It's your facility, your locker room, your bed at night. I mean, everything seems real comfortable. You get in a nice routine when you play at home. You have your fans, you have your support, and then obviously it's beautiful black and gold facility and awkward lighting and awkward these all the beautiful things of a home court. Those are all great, and it's also a nice validation of a long body of work that's been productive. So I think it's important, and every team strives for it. It's a very difficult goal, but I think that any team would be lying to say that they would not like to play as many matches as possible in the Pyramid. And then the second part. What was the second? I'm sorry. The second
playing in Columbus already. And the importance of that.
The Columbus question. Playing there against them at home. They're a very talented team, and playing in their arena, because their arena is as unique as this arena. Traveling back there, dealing with the serve and pass in the mornings and the video, and then going out and playing a really good team in front of their crowd. It can only help you to hopefully you get that chance to play them again, to be able to say, okay, hey, we've been through this and it feels comfortable. You're at a hotel or you're traveling to the arena. They know where the arena is. They know what it looks like. They know what the locker room looks like. Yeah, there's an advantage. I don't know how much, but it's definitely a mental advantage that they feel a little bit more comfortable.
Coach, your team's looking fantastic. Congratulations on a great win against a top team here tonight, and wish you the best of luck moving forward.
Awesome. Thanks.